Shane Fleming here, coming to you from just outside New York in a very cold but very sunny New Jersey. Today I want to talk to you about the fact that the average property investor just isn't cutting it anymore. They are not producing good enough returns. And property investors need to start thinking like startup investors, like VCs. They need to become that type of investor that every operator or tenant actually wants to work with them. The one who adds value beyond just adding capital. The truth is that a lease, particularly commercial lease, should be viewed as a partnership, and it's time that we start treating them that way. Before I get into this video, some of you may have noticed that I am producing a little bit more content now. One, I would love for some of your feedback. I do kind of want to get more and more videos out there. Two, the channel is nearly at 15,000 subs, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscription button. Also, for those who are new to the channel, welcome to the journey. When you're investing in property, especially today in the current market we're in, you can't just look at the yield or the value or the covenant strength or the cap rates. There's too much uncertainty out there at the moment, and you need to understand user behaviour from a social and economical point of view as they change and how they could actually impact the property value. Because user behaviour drives demand, and ultimately demand drives the return that you'll get from a property investment. Let's start simply. Residential property. You buy a house or an apartment, you put your capital in so the tenant doesn't have to. They pay monthly rent to live there. It's pretty straightforward. Everyone kind of gets it. You have a direct connection to the end user, the person who lives in the property. You invest where people want to live, where employment hubs are, universities, colleges, good transport links, where there is clear demand, and that clear demand equals predictable future returns. But things get a little bit more complicated and interesting when it comes to commercial real estate. If you own an office block, you lease it to a bank, a law firm, a tech company, or an accountancy practice. Your connection is generally directly with the owners of the business. But they're not the actual users. The actual users are their staff, and their behaviour or the staff's behaviour determines demand, not the CEO who actually signed the lease. It's the same when it comes to retail. You lease it to a department store, a grocer, a toy store. The tenant is the business owner. They sign the lease, but the user is the people who walk off the street to buy something from that store. Same with restaurants. A lease might be signed with someone who's sitting in head office miles away, or perhaps even in a different country. But the users are the people who come there to eat. So why does this actually matter in terms of considering property investment? It matters because user behaviour is shifting, and shifting reasonably quickly. If offices need fewer staff because of remote working or AI, demand for office space drops off. If consumers move or continue to move away from high street shopping online, tenants will not want to pay excessive rents on the high street. Also, if cost of living continues to jump up, dining out is going to get more expensive. Restaurants are going to feel it first from a customer point of view. There's going to be weaker margins and higher risk, and we're already seeing that with more and more restaurants closing down. Also, the younger generation are drinking less, which is having a direct impact on bars and nightlife venues. We need to ask deeper questions. We need to ask what is happening to user level. What's happening from a social and economical standpoint? What shifts could impact the tenant's ability to pay the rent? And beyond that, will there be long-term demand for that tenant's use? Can rents continue to grow in that area? And will the base use expand, or is it actually shrinking? If the user base is actually shrinking, will the property be suitable for some other different type of use if the tenant actually is no longer there or no longer in the market? If the property isn't suitable for something else, that property is going to likely lose value once that tenant vacates. For me, the real opportunity today is in sectors where user numbers are actually growing and not shrinking. Sectors like the adventure or wellness tourist spots, sports facilities that cater for niche sports, social clubs. These markets are expanding and they're still offering a very strong risk to reward profiles. Unlike your standard office block or retail unit, these properties give you a chance to actually grow as the market grows, particularly if you're able to partner with experienced operators. It will be key to work with proven operators and not just a standard straightforward lease that offers just a fixed rent, but structuring it in ways that give you some upside as users increase. You help the tenants actually attract more customers. You become part of helping that tenant and operator to build their business. You work with them together, because the landlord who partners with the right operators are the ones who are going to create the greatest value for them and their investors. The ones who will generate the best returns for their investors are the ones who pick the best operators as well. Traditional real estate investment just won't cut it for your average investor anymore. Property investment and even property development will need to start thinking along the lines of business owners like VCs, as in who they can help, who they can partner with from a tenant side. Investors and operators are going to have to work alongside those operators and tenants. It's going to be more of a partnership and not just a transactional lease. Let me know what your thoughts are on this in the comments below. Do you think property investors are going to have to become more active in the role of the property to generate greater returns? Before, you could just lease it to a blue chip company and that would increase the value. But now I think there is greater opportunities to work alongside tenants and share some of the rewards as their market grows as well.